Hello everyone, ho 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 and Merry Christmas to all of you. As you can see, I've already started wrapping some presents, have some leftovers. When it comes to paper, I have a second one of these just in case. But I thought, maybe you guys want to join me in wrapping presents. So yeah, here we go. Like I was wrapping something with this and this was too much, so I'm hoping that this here, it's a lovely little neck pouch and wristwatch. lovely little cars, because I'm a little boy, like probably a lot of boys and a lot of girls like cars. I like the films too. So plus, you can put like some money in it, some pocket money, some ice cream money, and wear Lightning McQueen on his wrist. So, oh yeah, and if you do go to a fast food place like McDonald's here, and they have, the McDonald's house, do spend those €1 or €2 as a donation, because there are a lot of kids and a lot of people that have a lot less than we do, and they really could do with your donation. So let me just see if I put this roughly in the middle, if I can use this here to wrap the leftover. Yeah, it should be okay on this side and it will be okay on that side. Perfect. So now all I need to do is kind of get rid of this end in a way that's not too bothersome. And I think this is going to be this way. So, always good to use one of these tape rollers, if you can. I find them very handy when wrapping because they don't need you to leave go of something, but you can do it with mostly one hand. Yeah, and the less hands you need, the better in this case. So let's just get this to the side. Maybe a little more over, tiny bit over. We don't want to be running out. Yeah, that's fine. So let's just clap this up or flap this one up. So, okay. So I'm going to use sticky tape here and a bit up there, because then the edges stay down. But when it comes time to unwrap, and in Germany unwrapping is on the 24th, so that's my tradition. I know here in Ireland, of course, people unwrap their presents on the 25th in the morning. So that's why we have split traditions. So some presents will be opened on the 24th, and some will be opened on the 25th. So let's just get this corner done. So, and like I said, this is the leftover of one other present that I had wrapped, and I was able to use it. And now we have a lovely present ready to go. So what next? Here, this is a German book called The 13.5 Lives of Captain Blue Bear, or in German, Die 13,5 Leben des Captain Blaubeer. It's basically a funny book about an old sea bear. So he's actually a blue bear, just like he's like you can see here. It's actually blue and he's a bear. That's why blue bear. But he's a sea captain, a retired sea captain, and he tells his stories about sailing the seas and all of the funny things that happened to him. If you can, try to get paper that has lines, because that will help you get everything nice and even, so you don't have too much headaches when it comes to wrapping. So, and yes, I'm using a Scotch tape, but you can use any tape that you want. And I'm sorry for any Scottish people if my Scotch accent isn't up to snuff. But yeah, I try. You can at least always say this about me: I try. You know, that's what we dads do. We try. We fail. We succeed. We do things somewhere in the middle between failing and succeeding. But in the end, you know, we always try. So now let's get this book up, or not up, but let's get this book wrapped. So also might be a slight bit too much paper, so I'm gonna push it down a bit further and see how we can do. Yeah, that's a lot better. So what I'm doing is literally just pushing in the sides and then smoothing out the paper underneath. And you can do that then with the other side as well. You push it in and smooth it out so that you have corners, and then you just kind of flip them up and flip it down, and then and then you're done. So let's take some sticky tape, flip this side up, let's try to show you guys, and this side down, and yeah, perfect. So what's your Christmas traditions? I'd actually be interested in knowing. Just gonna take off the chunk here that is too much. Well, not very even, and that's way too much. Well, we'll take off another chunk. But just try to go along the line here. So as you can see here, you know, I just dent in the sides and then smooth out the edges. And do the same on this end. And then just pop, pop, and you're done. And like, how long did you believe in Santa Claus? Or like in the region where I'm from? Plus, well, we're done with another present. The region where I'm from, we don't actually have Santa Claus on the 24th. For us, St. Nicholas's Day on the 6th of December is when St. Nicholas comes dressed in his bishop robes, and he has a companion with him called Knecht Ruprecht. And then, like as kids, we would have to say poems, or if you played like an instrument, you played a song, and then you'd get a little sack with fruits and nuts and chocolate and maybe a little gifted. If you were a bad child, you'd be put in a sack and hit with a chain. Yes, we German, we are such a romantic old folk. So this leftover won't do for this box, which is a small car's remote control car with ramps and such, which I thought was really cool. So I'm going to put this to the side for now. We're just going to keep using our paper here, and we're going to use this here, this Spider-Man drink cup thing. Let's see how we do. What will we do with this? Well, we just kind of, yeah, we'll try and go along with the bottom here. Feels like I'm wrapping a bottle, huh? Yeah, I'm wrapping a drink bottle. So, that's okay. That's okay. And then we just fold this in. So Again, we need our trusty Scotch tape dispenser, and we'll just fixate this bit here so it doesn't move, and let this drop a little bit so that I can just fold in the paper here, and yeah, as you can see, I folded it in like every little edge. So, and I don't want to get struck with a DRM thing, so like instead of playing Christmas music in the background, I actually need to look up if there's DRM free or rights free Christmas music. If you guys have a good link to rights free Christmas music, put them in the comments. I'd be very happy to see them. So one sticky tape, and it is done down here. I'm just going to use another one here. Oh yeah, so, and then on the 24th, actually, like I said, we don't, where did I put the, one sec, where did I put the bands? I put my, over there on my table. On the 24th then, in the region where I'm from, in Germany, we have the Christkind, which would translate to the child of Christ, and it's like a blonde little angel that would then bring the presents, and like as much as you know Santa does overnight, and you know goes ho 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 and eats the cookies, and well, you know, mom or dad would eat a cookie and drink the milk and maybe bite a chunk out of the carrot for reindeer. For me, it would then be that, you know, whoever was preparing the presents in the living room where the tree was, we'd hear a little bell ring. You know, like, is it It's a Wonderful Life? Where it's like, every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings, or something like that. Yeah, and then the presents would be there. So that's the 24th tradition that I grew up with. But of course, like, we're all, you know, from different areas, different countries and all that. So yeah, we have all different traditions, and as you can see, the next one is done. It's not perfect, like, but this thing is oddly shaped, so you know, I'm more than happy with that. So let's just get rid of this here. And so which Christmas songs do you guys have traditionally in your houses? So, you know, which ones do you sing by yourself or with your kids or parents? Like, did you sing in your house, or do you just pop in some CD that has a good mix of, you know, Bing Crosby and Frank Sinatra to Wham and Mariah Carey, and I think, like, you know, maybe more modern artists like Justin Bieber and Ariana Grande. So does Taylor Swift have a Christmas album yet? If not, I'd say she probably would do a great job making one, because people really like her music. I haven't watched the concert on Disney Plus yet. Kind of keeping that for a rainy day. But of course, like, I love Christmas songs anytime, really. So, but probably the classics is where it's at for me, you know, like dashing through the snow in one horse open sleigh, all the fields we go, laughing all the way, bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleigh song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, Batman tells Robin laid an egg. Batmobile lost its wheel and the joker got away. Hey! Oh, okay, so we'll do that and we'll actually make it look just a tiny bit nicer. So, okay, another bit of sticky tape. Another bit of sticky tape. La, 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 la. So, I'm not going to do the whole dance thing on every gift because number one, I'm not that good at tying those, and number two, I always feel that they are a bit thin, you know. If you guys have good tutorials or cool videos on what to do with those bands, then, you know, post them in the comments or send them, you know, on social media, because I'm always looking to add things to my dad skill set, because, you know, that's why it's called, my channel is called Project Dad, because being a dad is a huge project, and it never ends, so you always learn something new. So, and it is good to always learn something new, you know. So just fold this one over slightly, and this one as well. I'll just fold over slightly, and then we have it. So, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw him, you would really see it glow. So here's something cool that you can also get for, I think it's 17 euros a year. You can sign up your kid to the FC Bayern Munich Kids Club, and they have a lovely pack that they send you at the beginning of the season, and like little magazine and these kind of things, and how to draw things, and a little cap, you know, it says FC Bayern Kids Club, which is kind of cool. Then a lovely letter to welcome them, and cool little t-shirt as well. So why don't you look that up at some point, huh? So I ordered this, so, and for Christmas. I got this at the beginning of the season, of course, which was a little later because of the whole Corona situation. But so yeah, I got it. Okay, too much still. This is gonna be awkward. So let's kind of place this in the middle again. Okay. So let's say up here. And yes, I'm doing it probably more awkward than I would need to do, but you know what, these things are okay to do, a little bit awkward. And who wraps the presents in your house? Is it you? Is it your partner? Maybe your mom and dad still do it, or like, you know, the grandparents or whatever, you know. And what are you wishing for this year? Let's say PlayStation 5 probably, and Xbox Series X are up there, and the Switch, it seems, is sold out in a lot of countries still this year. So Nintendo is having a stellar year when it comes to consoles, as well as, you know, all the hype for their games like Animal Crossing. So let's push this to one side again. in, fold it out, sides in, fold it out, fold it down. So, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know. I actually did have a few white Christmases. I know, like, it's not in every country. It really largely depends on where you are located. Did you know? Here, funny tidbit, fun fact kind of situation is, did you know that the idea of a white Christmas actually only became popular through the Christmas story from Charles Dickens, because when he was a child, had experienced an unusual amount of white Christmases. So that's why to him a Christmas should be white. And that's why we expect a white Christmas, you know? Or that, like, for us, the dream is a white Christmas. Of course, there are countries that get white Christmases, and regions in countries that get white Christmases. But not everyone is as fortunate. So, one more gift to go. Like I said, we split up between the 24th and the 25th, so probably a few more presents or gifts than I would usually like to give, but you need some for the 24th and for the 25th. So, buy something that's maybe a bit more cost effective. I don't want to say cheap, because no present is ever cheap, especially if you put your heart into it, but it can be cost effective. So don't worry about how much money you're going to spend on a gift, I bought most of these things throughout the year and just kept them, at Aldi and Lidl even, or like the book was what was it, I think €15 or so, and I bought that months ago, so don't always wait till the last minute, and don't think that you need to spend loads of money, but buy stuff or get stuff or even make things that come from your heart, and the other person will then appreciate that a lot more than a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox. I know a lot of kids, of course, and a lot of adults would love to have gifts or presents that are super expensive. And would I complain about getting something expensive? No. Would I be happy with getting something that's cost effective and comes from the heart? Absolutely, I would not complain. I would be so happy. So have a think about the person, and then get something that way, and spread things out throughout the year, and then you won't have the shock at the end of December or during Christmas shopping that you normally have. So I'm gonna wrap it up, pun very much intended, and gonna say thank you everyone for watching my stuff this year. It's been a hard year for all of us, I'd say, one way or the other, even if it's just you can't go out and hang out with your friends, to losing loved ones to Corona, and it seems that we're not at the end of it yet, and that we're going to be stuck with this situation for a while longer. Make sure to let people know that you love them, that you care for them, not necessarily through presents, because presents, there are things and that's it. Of course, we attach emotions often to things, but the emotions are what matter. So make sure to tell everyone in whatever way you are comfortable with that you love them, that you miss them, that you're there for them. and yeah, have a happy Christmas. I'm still going to do a few more gaming videos, and I'm going to record later another baking video. So I'm going to continue to do my videos throughout even the Christmas period. So, you know, maybe you look on over, and I might start up Dad's reading again with a special story that is, you know, centered around Christmas, of course. So follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Like the video, please, on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button and the little bell so that you always get notifications when I upload new videos. Please also comment what you think I should or could do better, and I'll try to do it, as we all are, you know, financially limited now because of Corona. Don't expect huge leaps and bounds, but like, I'm happy to do, you know, the odd baby step in the right direction. And yeah, just a Merry Christmas from this dad to all the dads, all the moms, all the kids, and everyone that just needs to hear that you're all awesome, you're all good people in your own ways, and be good to each other. Your Steve is out. Peace. Bye. Live long and prosper, and all of these things. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.